Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day, a good morning, a good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. So I'm back today with, yes, a fresh kind of new look on here. I had to fix that to get it. So anyway, so in this one, I've been sent by a really nice collection from Spellbinders that, if you saw in the description, is called Turn the Page by Esther Glass. She's not new to the industry, but I think she's new to Spellbinders. So I was sent some lovely pieces of the collection. I don't have the whole collection. I've got like the main dies, but I don't have the stamp and I don't have the papers and things. So we're just going to make the best. But I do have something in mind, so stay tuned to the end for that. Anyway, I wanted to show you just the pieces that I do have in the collection. And the first one I have is this one. So this is the embossing folder, and it's called the Number Filled 3D embossing folder. And so yeah, I had to go put the title of things on there just so I know. So as you see, it does like these numbers and things on it and stuff, and it reminds me of the ideology numbers. I did, if you saw in a previous video when I went to Simon Says, I had numbers in there of different sizes and things, and this kind of reminds me of that. So this one's going to be fun to use as like a background on stuff, or just, hey, do this and make a card for a birthday card for somebody or an anniversary, and there you go. Put a sentiment to it. So there's the embossing folder. And then next, I ended up getting this set here from them, which is it's called Turn the Page Capsule. Sorry about that. And so in here, you're going to get a word that says, remember, showtime. You're going to get banners and things like this. You get this, you know, for like doing for like what does I want to say, like a little thing, you know, when you need to do like the index labels or something like that. It makes like a paper clip and just all kind of stuff. The corner pages, as you know, for when you want to put decorative corners on things like that. So this one is, and then they gave examples. Now we'll say Spellbinders is really good about when you go into the product, if you're not sure what a die is, there's always a diagram in there that points out to the side the name of the diagram and what it is. So there you go. And then the dies look like this. So yeah, if you're not sure what this is or these are, it on there. I'm gonna go through, and if you do click into it, you can print the page out just for that, so you'll be able to reference that when you you know, need to. So this is how the dies look and everything. So this is going to be fun. This particular one here, if you're not already know what it is, this is where you can use like to cut out on a piece of paper to fit in the binder that also came out with this. So if you want to make your own, you know, little specific like junk journal, or basically, which is nothing but scrapbooking. Yes, I'm dating myself, but that's where I'm back in those times when that stuff is getting popular. Anyway, so you can use this to make a bunch of these and just go from there and stuff. So, I mean, the sky's the limit on what you can do with this. So here's the first die set that I got. And then next, I ended up getting sent this one here. So, yet again, you know, it's got, this one is called, this one's also Turn the Page by Club. So you get more in this one, which this one is more of like the numbers, the reinforcement of the pages and everything. You want to make like, you know, arrows, or, you know, when you do a pocket here of some sort, you know, this is like our clasp to hold it in place and everything. So there's that. You get the alphabets in here. And so there's that. There's 17 dies in here. And then here's what the dies look like. So again, the reinforcement for the pages. Here's one that will actually make the whole page for you. That's got like this little stitch edge around, you know, for your journal and everything. You can do tags in here, smaller pages, just, you know, all kind of stuff. So gonna be fun to play with yet again. And then the last die set I received, well, it's not the last, but next to the last die set that I received is this one. So this one is going to make like your index kind of pages. If you have like the old Rolodex, or, you know, if you're into, like, I've even seen where you can make like little pages of things, and, you know, for people to collect to put in Rolodex and stuff, if you're into one of those swap kind of things. And there is, and I think, I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but I know Scrappy Boy does it. I've seen a few other companies do it, where they have a monthly thing and you can swap out with people. And so in here, you're going to get things like Splendid. You'll get hearts and flowers, banners again. This time you get the months. You get January through December in here. You can do this month. I don't have this lady. She's actually part of the ephemera collection. But here's how the dies look. There you go. So basically what here is you'll cut out these again like reinforcements to the page, but they have a little bit of a decorative around there. So again, Spellbinders is good. Go into the product, go scroll through there, and you can find the product page, and it'll tell you exactly, you know, the names of these or what they're used for, or the name of them, kind of give you an idea. And lots of ideas on there too, you know, if you need a reference point to start and go by. And then last in the set that I received is this one. So as you see, this one does, like, you know, if you're doing like a clipboard of some sort, things like that. So this is the top of, you know, the clipboard. It says documented. You've got archive number. Then you've got precious moment. You get a paper clip, like kind of like, you know, thing in here to put, you know, if you're going to make it look like you've paper clips and things together. So just really fun, really cute little things to play with. So this is what all I received. Like I said, yet again, I received mainly the dies, but I have some other like ephemera piece of paper, and things like that. So I am going to get to go in here. I'm going to end up making probably anywhere from 4 to 6 different individual products. So anyway, stay tuned to the end so you can kind of get and see what I did. And as I always say, get your groove on. Okay, as you can see, I had fun playing with this lovely set from Spellbinders and Esther Glass. And so I will go ahead and show. So what I did was I created a number of things, and I'm actually going to start this. So with this, what I ended up doing, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit here. There you go. And so I simply just took the blue spruce from Spellbinders. The Celebrate is, and that was the one thing I forgot to get. Apologies. From my one favorite set that I always use by Spellbinders. I believe it's the wait, of course you can't find it. Here it is. Apologies for that. The sentiment is from here. It is the For Life's Moments sentiment. The Celebrate, I actually used a lot of this, and actually all of the projects that I did with this lovely Turn the Page set. So just did that. I haven't put it on the card base yet. I will, because I know I have to take pictures before I post on Spellbinders, so I will, but not sure how I'm going to give this to, but I just think that's really cool. Just like I said, easy, one of their easier 3D folders to work with. And they're all easy. I mean, they're all cool for what they do. There's project 1. Project 2 was actually from this set. And I actually have 2 from this one. So what I did was, first of all, I want to say I took this one here that makes the index card and created this. So with this, and I'll get to where the paper is in a moment. All right, again. And so we recently went to go see an old school concert. It was the OJs, the Whispers, and the SOS Band, if you're familiar with that. And it was so much fun to hear all the old classics and stuff. And so my uncle took a lot of pictures. And so I have a little bitty photo printer. So what I made of this actually intrigued me to start something that when we go see these bands, just do something simple like this. And put them in a little Rolodex thing kind of. And then just, you know, counters we go to and everything. And then I even created for when my next one is, you know, so if I want to print a picture from the Whispers or anything like that from the OJs. And so, yeah, so that's how these 2 lovely little things came to be about. So that was what I did with this. From this same collection, I also created this. Just some little simple, like, you know, tags, you know, that you can put on something, a card front, a package, whatever, a bag, a gift bag, you know, just something to say thank you. So, you know, yeah, you know, still within the music thing, you know, just anything. So yeah, so that's how that little project came to be. My next project, or next thing that I came up with was actually a combination from both. It's from this little guy here. So what I did with this one was I created this. So I cut, you know, the top bar here to make it look like a little clipboard, which this is from the Keepsake clip, and just put it on there. Again, from the sentiments, just did just a note. And, you know, of course, came in with the embossing folder and just some alabaster. Is that alabaster? Wait a minute. What is that one? That's not alabaster. Apologies. That would be... Actually, it is alabaster. I'm getting it mixed up with the white, which is classic white. But it is alabaster. So just put it on some of that and cut it out of some metallic gold paper that I had. And that's how this came to be about. And yeah, used a scrap from the paper collection, which I'll get to at the end again. And go from there. So there's how this little card came to be about. So there's that project. And then from this collection, what I did was I came up with these lovely pages. So took my little portable printer yet again, printed out a picture of the Whispers, what few are left. The twins, one of them passed away unfortunately last year, and then they lost two other members before that. So now it's just 2 of them left. So, you know, it was good to see them still up and singing, keeping the band going and everything. So this would fit in, because what you do is this one cuts out like the pages to go inside the journal that you can get and just make all kind of things and go to town with. I mean, you really can, you know, just make a whole album with this and just go with that. So there's that. Page number 2 is this one. So same thing where I print out the page, but what I did was I took one of the months, this one, which was August, and cut it out and put it on there, and then just did to remind, because this was in August, did Showtime, because, and then printed out another one of the SOS bands on the little tags. You can pull it out and kind of make it interactive. And then, you know, just, you know, stick it back in or keep it out. So there you go. So there's that. So those were all the little projects I created, but I'm just kind of going to move all this aside for just a second, and I'll come back to that. But you are probably wondering where I got the paper pack from. And it happens to be, I decided to get creative with the help of a big tool and do this. So on what I did was I didn't find any of the music or fall theme kind of like this, and I like fall, I like music a lot, as you can see. Love to go to concerts and stuff. I don't play music, but my husband plays music, and so it was kind of inspiration all over around. And of course I like flowers, and my favorite time of the year is coming, so why not create a paper pad? So I decided just to use papers from my paper pad that I created, along with a few other help from a few other dies, as you see, and just create and pull from here. So this is out now on the website on lqshop.com. You can go on there and check it out, but I'll quickly go through a little bit of the paper, and I hope you can see it. And so, yeah, so here's this lovely page. This one, it's like an orange kind of color with like flowers to it. It's got like the music notes kind of faded in the back. And I wanted that vintagey look because I do like vintage. And so there's that page. Here's another one of my favorite I haven't had a chance to use. Hopefully either on a card, in a scrapbook layout. Not sure yet what I'm going to do, but this is one of my favorite ones here. Excuse me. There's that. There's another one. This one's got like flower and handwriting on it. There's another one. It's got like the piano and the music notes and everything on it and so forth. And then here's another one, you know, with more flowers and music note. So, you know, as you see, I just kind of had, you know, went to town with just creating flower and a music kind of theme to it for fall. Well, there's that. This one's really cute with the violin and the candles and the flowers. I won't go through all of it, but I just wanted to show, if you're curious what paper pad I was playing with, that's the paper pad. So I hope to continue playing with this one on some other future projects, but I had really a fun time creating this with the Turn the Page, you know, collection and everything by Spellbinders and Esther Glass. And so, you know, there you go. So there's all the little things I came up with from it. And again, had a lot of fun. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see everything. And there it is. So I am going to get out of here because I have to keep going. Packing up, you know, because it's coming quick and fast, where I'll be leaving to go with a big, nice group of ladies to Spellbinders, the Old Wet Fun Adventure. So, if you don't see me before then, you'll definitely see me in another video after that. Hope to catch you later. Bye!